Hey Planetchanger kids, we're back at Kids Church, not in real life, but that's okay. We're going to be doing
Planetchangers online. And hey guys, it's nice to see all of you out there, and I'm your co-host with Heidi today. And yeah, this is going to be really different. Hey Heidi, we're going to do like, you watch a lesson from us, and then you got to read the Bible passage that we're studying today. And what passage are we studying today, Heidi?
We're studying the passage of Daniel. The book of Daniel is what we're going to be talking about.
So this term we're going to be doing Daniel. There's so much in Daniel, and this week we are starting with chapter 1. Chapter 1. So we need all of you guys to read chapter 1 of Daniel, and then you've got to read the chapter, listen to our lesson, and then what? Is there something else they have to do?
And then there's a Google form that you're going to have to fill out and type in all your answers, and I'll get to see them.
And do you get a prize if you get everything right? Like, do you reckon we should get a prize?
Yeah, we should give them a prize.
Okay, but we're going to be looking for the best answers. So you have to do every week, and you have to get it right, and you have to there's some thinking that goes on here, and you have to talk to your mum and dad about this too. So there's some questions you're going to need your parents to help you answer, okay? So make sure mums and dads that you get involved in all of this. So, awesome. So let's dive into chapter 1, Daniel chapter 1, and Heidi, give us the overview. What's kind of happening in this chapter?
Okay, so let's set the scene. So there's this kingdom named Judah, and then there's this other kingdom named Babylon. So the king just decided one day, did he decide?
Yeah, he decided, the king of Babylon?
Yeah, the king of Babylon, did he decide? Yeah. He decided he's gonna go over to Judah and just capture a bunch of people and take the best looking and the bravest and the strongest looking men and take them back to his camp.
Wow, that's a bit sad, isn't it? So he smashed their kingdom and he took some of their people back to his country as captives. So what would it feel like to someone came and took you from your family and took you to a strange land, you didn't know anyone? Oh, that would be pretty kind of scary, right?
Yeah, that's pretty scary and pretty sad. Yeah, so he took them back, and so they're in a strange land, and then
the king was gonna train them in his ways and his kind of culture and customs. Yeah. And then he made them they had to eat stuff, right?
So the king gave them the best. He gave them the best food, the best meat, and the best wine to these people that he took.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were eating good. But there are these 4 people, was it 4 people?
Yeah. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah.
And Abednego, yeah. So there are 4 people that they knew that they didn't want to eat what the king gave them because it would defile themselves. So what does that sort of mean?
What does that mean? That's a good question. So these 4 young men decided we are not going to eat that food that the king is giving us, and they decided that they were going to eat vegetables and water instead. And you think, whoa, that's a really interesting diet, water and vegetables. But they decided to eat that way because they knew that the law that they had from God told them they weren't allowed to eat some of that meat, and they wanted to do what was right by God. But there's a deeper lesson here. True, there's a deeper lesson here than just not eating McDonald's, which I do eat McDonald's and I like McDonald's, because this is more than just food. Any thoughts, Heidi? What do you reckon this is about? More than just food?
Yeah, I think it's about being of the world and choosing to do things that the world would do, like worldly ways instead of the way that God would want us to do it. So it's just remembering, let's say we're at school and our friends tell us to do something silly, I don't know what the people do, tagging on the walls in the bathroom, oh, let's do it. Would you follow the way of your friends and what they would do, or would you just choose to be separated and do the right thing, So it's is Daniel going to eat the food that he knows is not clean, or is he going to choose to make the hard decision and go the other way?
That is absolutely right. That's so good, because see, Babylon represents the world, and they're trying to get these young guys to come over to their way of thinking and partake in all of their stuff. And these young men know this is not right, this isn't what God wants us to do. So this is more than just about food. It's about like the ideas of the world and the spirit of the world. And we have to be careful as believers that, you know, even though we are in this world, that we don't take on board all of the thinking and the ideas of the world. So yeah, that's really good. And then God showed favor on these guys, and they studied for 3 years. I bet they studied hard, like I know some of you are going to study hard at school. And they came out the end like better than everyone else. Was it like twice as good or 3 times as good? Do you remember, Heidi, how much better these guys were than everyone else?
10 times better.
Whoa!
How crazy is that?
10 times.
10 times smarter, 10 times stronger, wiser than everyone else. Because of God's favor.
So that's amazing. So they weren't just twice as good, they were 10 times better because they honored God and because God honored them. So wow, what an amazing lesson. So what we want you to do is read the story for yourself and make sure that you understand what the story is all about. Talk to mum and dad about it, and then fill out the form, the Google form. Yeah, and we look forward to getting some of your answers and your reflections on the story. And thanks for listening in. It's been so good to have you here with us.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.